Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about trading plans, what they are, why you want one, and how to create them. Alright, so first thing you can think of a trading plan kind of like a map or an instruction manual, if you will, on trading. It tells you exactly what to do for each trade, when to enter, what requirements you have to exit the trade, as well as when to take profit, and any other trade recommendations that you can think of should be in that trading journal. So let's talk about what should be included in your trading plan. First, you want to assess your skills and your strategy. Things to think about with your skills and strategy is, have you backtested your strategy? When you backtested that strategy, were you confident in the results it gave you? The big thing about backtesting that a lot of people don't understand is that it gives you confidence in future trades. So let's say you hit a big string of trades where you lost like 10 trades in a row and you see the same setup that happened over the last 10 trades. Odds are you're not really going to want to take that trade because you think you're just going to get another loss. Well, backtesting helps with that because you know over a certain amount of trades, you're confident that you'll be profitable. That's at least what your backtesting has showed you. So it allows you to take losses and be comfortable with them because you know that overall you'll eventually be profitable. The next thing you want to think about is, what are your trading goals? Do you want to trade full time? Do you just kind of want some side money? Are you doing it because of something you like to do? I'm not saying one of those is right or wrong. You've just got to think about it because the way you trade is kind of going to be dependent on what your goals are. Some people that just like to do it for fun, maybe they won't put as much time into it as someone who wants to do it full time and for their main job. So that's something that you want to think about as well. I like to think about my weaknesses here and things I need to do to prevent those weaknesses. So I'm usually not a very patient person when it comes to trading. I'm always like, okay, here's a great setup, let's get in right now, instead of getting confirmation on that setup or checking my indicators and making sure that my indicators give me, the go ahead to go. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to define your trading routine. And this is kind of, what criteria do you look for when you're opening a trade? What time frame are you on? Different things like that. It's hard to explain trading plans kind of because it's going to be unique to you, and everyone's trading plan is going to be different. The main thing that you need to get out of creating a trading plan is that you need to do things the same way each and every time. Next thing you want to think about is decide if you are actually mentally prepared to trade. Did you just have a fight with your partner or your spouse? Did you maybe get in trouble at work? Are you upset with someone? Things like that can make you make bad decisions when you're trading. So you need to be aware of how you react in those situations and then maybe decide if you should take the day off, or if it doesn't affect your trading, then great, go ahead and trade, but at least be aware of what happens to you in those situations. All right, and here are some questions that you should ask yourself before you take every trade. First one is, how much are you comfortable risking? A lot of people say 1%, 2%, 5%. It really just depends on you and how high your risk tolerance is. The important thing is that you want to risk the same amount every time. If you don't, let's say you had a trade where you risked 10% and you lost that trade, right? Now you're down 10%. And then your very next trade, you're like, oh, well, I lost my last one. I'm only going to risk 5% on this one. But you win your next trade, right? Now you're down 5% instead of down 10%. You're still not in the profit. You're still down because you risked more than you needed to on your last trade. So make sure you have your risk tolerance down and go from there. You got to know where you plan to take profit and where you plan to put your stop loss. A lot of people do this backwards, and they think about where they're putting their stop loss and then take their profit based upon some risk reward formula after that. But the way I do it is, so I take half my profit at my first take profit target, and then I let my the rest of my profit run until I either get an exit signal from my strategy or I get stopped out. So what happens is I move my stop loss to break even. once I've hit that first take profit target, and then let the trade run until I get the exit signal, or I stop back out at break even. So I really don't know how much profit I'm going to take, but I always know what my stop's going to be. So my stop is a set multiple of the ATR on whatever time frame I'm trading. Things like that are what you need to know when you set a stop. You need to always, though, know where you're going to take profit and where you're going to set a stop. So the next thing you need to ask are, what are my rules for entering this trade? So your strategy should already have predetermined rules that you created when you were back testing. Create those rules, figure out what they are, and then put them in your trading plan. Really, the point of a trading plan is to make your trading boring. You're not really going to be, excited because something new happens or whatever when you're trading. It should be boring. It should be monotonous. You should be just like a robot. My system says take the trade, I'm going to take the trade. My system says don't take the trade, I'm not going to take the trade. It really is as simple as that. With a trading plan, it allows you, to get out of your own head and take trades when you're supposed to take them. All right, so this is kind of a separate thing from a trading plan, but it's incorporated with it because you want to have a rule about it in your plan. This is a trading journal. Okay, so a trading journal is something that you're going to log your trades in. You'll log what your entrance was, what your exit was, how much you made, how much you lost, all things like that. They're all going to go in your trading journal. So I go ahead and I enter info into my trading journal right after I take the trade. I take a screenshot of the specific chart I'm trading, along with any notes that I made on the chart, as well as my indicators, anything like that. I take a screenshot, put it in my trading journal, and then I'll put whatever my entry point was for my trade, as well as where I'm planning to at least take some profit. What happens is when that trade's over, I will go ahead, come back, review the trade and see, what my results were. Write down anything that I did bad that trade that I could have done better, and things that I did good that, I want to continue to do in future trades. The point of this is that you can look back on your trades and see kind of what the common things were that you did in those trades that, were bad or good. So I know a lot of times I would look at my past trades and realize that the reason that I lost those trades was because I didn't stick to something in my trading plan. I kind of made a rule up as I went. Like, I would look at the market, get my entry, requirements almost filled, and then be like, oh, well, this looks like a good place to enter a trade, but not wait for the confirmation from my indicators or whatever, it is on your trading plan. And I would lose the trade because I didn't follow my plan. And so that's the main thing with a trading journal, is to track that kind of info, but you need to have a rule to writing that in your trading plan so that you do it every single trade. I'm sure that you can see how important a trading plan is. I do have a trading plan that I've written for myself. This is a template you guys can use. You don't have to use it, whatever, but I'll put it in the description below. You can go ahead and download it from there. And then make sure that you let me know in the comments if you're using a trading plan currently. Is it helping your trading? Is it not helping your trading? If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna try and start releasing videos like this every week or so, just with questions that people have on things they might be confused about. So go ahead, keep your eye out for that, and I will see you next time.